Hello and welcome back, YouTubers. I'm Protomario, and today I'm doing a video on the top 10 reasons why I hate Pokemon. Now wait, I know what you're gonna say. Proto, what are you talking about? You love Pokemon. You got a Pokemon plushie? You did a Let's Play Pokemon, didn't you? You love Pokemon. How can you hate Pokemon? I know. Just calm down. Regardless of my affection for Pokemon, it doesn't change the fact that these 10 reasons are significant and there in almost every single game. So without further ado, please keep an open mind and enjoy the show. So number 10. One of the reasons I absolutely can't stand Pokemon at times is that there's no 3D adventure yet. Yeah, okay. Let's take it back a second and realize what I'm saying here. Yes, there's Pokemon Coliseum, and yes, there's Pokemon Stadium, but those aren't really like the traditional Pokemon adventure. You can't go into high grass, catch Pokemon, and do the whole gym thing in Elite Four in 3D. I don't know why Nintendo and Game Freak haven't collaborated and made this yet, but it just seems kinda like, you know, what the F, man. Anyways, it's at the top of the list because there technically is one, but it's just not the same. Number 9. The ability to cross over the original red, yellow, blue, gold, silver, and crystal to the advanced games. Yes, when you had the original red and blue, you were able to cross-trade Pokemon Crystal, Gold, and Silver. That allowed for really cool stuff to happen, like glitches, like Missing No. Remember? Those things were really cool. But now, you can't do that because they didn't allow you to trade from Crystal to the Pokemon in Sapphire, Ruby, and Emerald, and they stopped it there. You weren't able to trade anymore. I'm not entirely sure why, and a lot of people say it's because the technology isn't there. I mean, you can't connect them together, but, you know, with the Game Boy Advance, there are ways to transfer them from the Game Boy Advance to the DS, and then from the DS to the GameCube or to another DS cartridge. So it's kind of like they could have found a way if they wanted to. I just have a feeling they stopped that because of the Missing No glitches. It's really a shame. Number 8. The need for max repels all the time. Oh my god. How many times have you guys just wanted to walk through one cave to the end of the cave just to get somewhere? And you had to make sure to stock up on max repels. Otherwise, all those Zubats and those Tentacools and Tentacruels were gonna drive you nuts. I know I've been there, and I'm sure tons of you have been there too. Sometimes you just wish the encounter rate was just a little bit lower. That's why this one's at number 8. Number 7. No experience from Trainer Tower. Oh man. It'd be great to be able to train against other trainers non-stop, as in when you defeated them, they didn't stay defeated. You just could re-challenge trainers over and over again. Oh, but wait, you can. Oh, but wait, you don't get any experience. That's right, Trainer Tower gives you absolutely nothing. All you get is the prestige of knowing that you were able to beat it and be on par with the enemies. Not that I wouldn't mind that the enemies would level up with you, but the simple fact that you get absolutely no experience from it really ticked me off, because it would have given you something to do, which streamlines into number 6. The lack of things to do after you beat the Elite Four. In many of the Pokemon games, there is very little to do afterwards. Now, don't get me wrong, there are some things to do, like Trainer Tower, but once again, you don't get any experience from it. But, you know, there's really not much else to do. Sure, there's some abilities to find some secrets, catch legendary Pokemon and stuff like that, but there really isn't a continuum to the story. The only game that really did this was Pokemon Crystal. After you beat the Elite Four, you were able to go through Kanto again and collect all of those gym badges, making a total of 16, and then re-challenge the Elite Four and challenge Red. That was really cool. In Pokemon Leaf Green, you had the islands also, where you could go to these islands and solve the mystery on the islands. That was also really cool. But the lack of things to do after most Pokemon games makes them conventionally really boring after you're done with them. Number 5. BS and critical hits. How many times have you taken a poison sting only to be poisoned? Oh man, sucks, doesn't it? Yeah. How many times have you been hit with a critical hit and you don't get any critical hits? Yeah, the BS critical hits there really drive me crazy in Pokemon. Yes, I know it works off a hexadecimal system, a 1 in 256 chance, whatever. Regardless, the crappy critical hits really kill it for me sometimes. It just makes you want to turn off the game and stop playing instantly. Number 4, the crappy teams. Oh boy, Team Rocket was okay. I was alright with them. In gold, silver, crystal, red, blue, and yellow, whatever, Team Rocket was a contributing antagonist. But after that, the teams started getting really, really stupid. Team Magma, Team Aqua, Team Plasma. Are you serious right now? Like, how many teams are out there that just do the dumbest stuff in the world? Oh, we're gonna expand the world because we don't like water. Like, what, did you skip health class where we need water to drink? Did you, like, at all not think that we would need water? Oh, we want to flood the earth. Are you, like, what is this, Waterworld with Kevin Costner? And then Team Plasma wants to release all the Pokemon. How do they do it? Oh, by capturing Pokemon and battling them. Of course. Anyways, the stupid teams really, really get on my nerves on Pokemon. That's one of my biggest pet peeves. So, down to the top 3. Okay, well, let's get it. Number 3, the rehashing of the same story. How many times do you start off Pokemon having to pick one of 3 Pokemon to start off? How many times is it a fire type, a grass type, or a water type? How many times have you gone into the tall grass just to be pulled back? How many times do you have to beat 8 gym leaders and face the Elite Four? Yeah, it's the same story over again, and I get it, it works. Don't get me wrong, I enjoy Pokemon, I love it, I'll do it again and again, but the rehashing of the same story really gets boring, and the continuous introduction of these stupid teams to try and break up the story doesn't really help out that much. So, the rehashing of the story is getting really old, and I'm hoping they're going to be able to change it soon and still keep the same flow. Number 2, crappy Pokemon editions. So 151 wasn't enough. Of course it wasn't. Of course the original was supposed to be 200, but whatever. We won't get into that anyways. But the crappy ones that pop up. Smoochum, Magpie, Elekid, and all those other crappy Pokemon editions that really don't need to exist really, really drive me nuts. I could talk about the crappy Pokemon that are out there all day long, but I think you guys get the idea. And my number 1 reason why I can't stand Pokemon sometimes is that every single new game you have to catch them all over again. If it's not the same old story of beating the Elite Four and collecting 8 gym badges and becoming the champ, it's the fact that you have to collect more and more every single game. So, not only do you have to collect 150, but now you have to collect an extra 100. So 250, not that bad. Okay, 365. Okay, 494. Okay, 600 plus. Jesus, that's a lot of Pokemon you're going to have to capture. So the addition of all these new Pokemon aren't necessarily a bad thing. It's just the simple fact that you're consistently having to collect them all over again. Even if you have them all backed up on another game that you've beaten and you've collected them all up until that point, you still have to do the arduous process of trading them over. So that means you're going to have to eventually catch 600 crappy Pokemon just to trade for the ones that you want to trade back and forth. Or at least a good number of them. These are the top 10 reasons I don't like Pokemon. So do remember that I do enjoy Pokemon, and I do play it often. It's just these reasons really grind my gears at times. So remember guys, if you enjoyed this video, please click a like and share it with some other people so that they